This family was truly strange. Their water pipe was leaking, yet no one attempted to fix it. A single drop of water slowly fell, landing in the bucket placed in the center of the dining table. Soon, the dripping water, which had initially been one drop at a time, turned into 4 or 5 drops at once. Before long, the bucket was filled with water, which then began to flow down the table. But everyone continued to enjoy their meal as if nothing had happened. The girl could no longer bear it. She climbed onto the dining table, intending to repair the leaking pipe herself. However, her mother scolded her for dirtying the tablecloth. Just as the girl's fingers touched the pipe, the water suddenly gushed out. She had no choice but to cover the broken pipe with her hand while pleading with her family to shut off the water valve. But her mother said that turning off the valve would make it impossible to cook, and her father simply caught a cup of water in a glass. With no other option, the girl took off her silk scarf and wrapped it around the pipe's connection. But the water not only soaked through the scarf but also burst the pipe. In this way, the water flooded the entire floor. Yet the mother didn't seem to care at all. The fish on the table, revitalized by the water, came to life and jumped off the table. The entire house turned into a pond. The girl pulled a drumstick from the table, hoping to use its sturdy bone to plug the leak, but it was to no avail. As the water began to submerge the chairs and even threatened to reach her younger brother, the father still ignored it and continued eating. The grandfather, engrossed in his newspaper, also paid no attention to what was happening in front of him. The mother, holding a cake, accidentally stepped on a plate in the water but was only concerned about whether the design of her cake had been ruined. Everyone lay on the water as if it had nothing to do with them. Finally, when the water submerged the dining table, the mother opened the ladder leading to the attic, rescued the boy from the water, and climbed into the attic. The girl finally broke down but also came to terms with the reality. The grandfather dropped his newspaper. Even if he wanted to help, there was nothing he could do. The girl understood everything from the grandfather's eyes. They had to accept the reality and all of them crowded into the small attic. But the water had no intention of sparing them and soon spread upward. The girl could only desperately shake the window, trying to call for help. However, when she opened the window, she discovered that the whole world had already been submerged by the water.